is the 17th in Kizuna lecture series. Let me welcome and introduce the two guest speakers. The speaker is Dr. Suresh Rituparna, who is a writer, poet, playwright, and photographer. His published books include जापान की लोक कथाएं and जापान में शिक्षण की परंपरा. He has been honored with several national and international awards. Dr. Rituparna also taught Hindi in Japan, Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, in Mauritius, Trinidad and Tobago, and at Delhi University. He is an ex-diplomat who started the first ever Hindi course at the University of West Indies and also in the High Commission of India, Port of Spain. Currently, he is the director of KK Birla Foundation and also the editor of Hindi Jagat. Welcome, Dr. Rituparna. And now let me introduce the chair, Dr. Miki Nishioka. She is an associate professor at the University of Osaka. She teaches Hindi and general linguistics of Indian languages. She has a vast experience teaching Hindi to non-native speakers of Japanese. Her research interests include comparative and contrastive linguistics of Hindi and Japanese. In 2016, she developed a wet corpus of spoken Hindi to incorporate quantitative research methods. Since then, she has been developing various corpora and also applying the results of her research to Hindi language education in Japan. Welcome, both of you. And I also welcome the audience. And now I request Dr. Nishioka to chair the session and conduct the session. Thank you, Dr. Nishioka, please.
Thank you for introducing me, Dr. Nasman. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miki Nishioka from University of Osaka, and it is my pleasure to chair today's session. We are here to explore the fascinating topic of the tradition of Hindi teaching in Japan. Hindi has a rich history in Japan dating back to the early 20th century, when scholars and enthusiasts began to study the language and its literature. Over the years, the interest in Hindi has grown, with various institutions offering courses and fostering cultural exchanges between India and Japan. Japan is one of the first countries in the world which started teaching Hindustani, that is Hindi, Urdu, and Persian, in 1908 at the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, TUFS. After India's independence and the establishment of India-Japan diplomatic relations, Hindustani, the language of British India, was branched out, and a separate full-fledged Hindi department was set up in TUFS in 1952. The tradition of Hindi teaching continues to this day. After TUFS, the most important university is Osaka University of Foreign Studies, OUFS, where Hindi language education began in 1921. In 2007, OUFS merged with the University of Osaka, and the Hindi education is now part of the Faculty of Foreign Studies at the University of Osaka. Some other universities in Japan also offer Hindi language as optional courses. My own experiences in teaching Hindi in Japan have shown me the deep curiosity and appreciation that Japanese students have for Indian culture and language. This tradition has not only strengthened academic ties, but also enriched the cultural understanding between our two nations. Today, we are honored to have Professor Suresh Ritpana, a distinguished scholar of Hindi language and literature, who will share his insights on this subject. Professor Ritpana has extensive teaching experience in many countries, including Japan, and currently serves as the director of KK Birla Foundation and editor of Hindi Jagat, as Professor Narasimhan said. Without further ado, I invite Professor Ritpana to begin his lecture.
Thank you, Chairman, Ms. Miki Nishoka-ji. This is my first time to speak like that. Normally, my all presentations were always in Hindi, but for the first time, I'm trying to speak in English. If there is any mistake, please forgive me for that. As Chairperson Nishoka-ji spell out, the whole tradition of Hindi teaching in Japan started in 1908. Actually, after the Meiji Restoration, when Japan started its new journey, then they started feeling the importance of different languages. And in the very early, in the year 1873, they started a School of Foreign Languages. In 1899, they started the same school and named it again as School of Foreign Affairs. And in 1949, it was renamed as Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, which is existing now. It started long back in Nishigahara campus, and in 2000, the new campus was started in Tama, that is still working, Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. I got a good opportunity to teach Hindi in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. I was invited there as a faculty member, foreign instructor in 2002. I was there for 2 years only, but Professor Fuji, the head of the department at that time, decided to keep me a little long. And in 2012, I retired from there and came back to India. These 10 years of my teaching experience in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies were very rewarding and very rich in experience. And for the first time, I saw the teaching style and tradition of Hindi teaching in Japan, which is quite different from other countries. Before coming to Japan, I served in Fiji, Trinidad, Mauritius, and these all countries are having Indian origin people. So teaching Hindi there was not so difficult for me because everybody is having a general knowledge of India, Indian culture, Indian religions, and other things. But Japan was a different experience. I was very much afraid, since I don't know Japanese, how I will converse with my students. Only after reaching Japan, I came to know that in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, students are having a working knowledge of English also. It gave me a great relief. I found that all the foreign teachers, Japanese teachers, is giving all kind of information to their students, like the alphabets, Varnamala, and they know how to write it. When I went there, I met them, then I realized that my primary work is to correct their pronunciation. So I was having drill classes, and always telling my students how to pronounce particular word. And they were having problem with la and ra, as you know. Gradually, we overcome all these things. And I found that my primary work is to teach them how to converse. Baatcheet, Hindi baatcheet ka emphasis was more than any other things. The students were very eager to learn, and they were very quick to keep the pace with the language teaching. Apart from teaching alphabets, pronunciations, making simple sentences, telling them some short stories, making long sentences, all these things were going on there from first year onward. But I was surprised to know after reaching there that they have some good other traditions also apart from classroom teaching of Hindi. And it is very fascinating. In 2002, September, October, when the other session started, I came to know with my students that I have to teach them how to prepare Indian food also. I jokingly told them that in my contract, there is no sentence like that. I have to teach Indian cooking also. But it was very nice of the university and my students. I got this opportunity also. They came to my house and we gave them all kind of information, necessary instructions, how to make some good cooking like samosa making, curry, roti, masala chai, all these things. So when I'm telling this to you all, my purpose is saying is this. This is also one of the very important aspect of learning any language. The learning, the target country you are learning, you must learn the cultures, the food and the clothings and everything. So my girl students used to wear saris and my young boys are taking kurta pajama during the festival days. But another tradition related to this Hindi teaching is drama presentation by second year students. In my whole career, I have not found this tradition anywhere else. Then second year students came to me, Professor, we want to prepare a play for our culture festival in the language, because all other language students are also going to present their dramas on particular days. So it was also a new experience for me. And to know this wonderful tradition, I was really astonished. And when I was doing some research for my book, the book is Japan mein Hindi Shikshan ki Parampara, the tradition of Hindi teaching in Japan. It is a book published in India. During that research, I found that in 1921, I got a photograph of a drama. In 1926, again, I got a photograph, drama presented by a student of that time. It means this drama presentation tradition is also very old in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. When I was in Trinidad, I started teaching Hindi with the Indian music, particularly film music, in 1988. So I started teaching some Hindi songs, showing them some films also, and pleasantly surprised by one old student of Professor Doi, that in 1956 onward, Professor Doi was there, and he used to also teach some Hindi songs to them. That girl still remember Mebako Koijuka, NHK announcer, some songs of Beju Babra, because in 1952, when Professor Doi came to India, Beju Babra was very popular film in those times. So in this teaching tradition, cooking food, knowing how to cook the food of that target language country. Second, to present a drama in the target country's language. Is these two new traditions I came to know in Japan only. And another thing I found that all students are working very hard in the evening in some restaurant or somewhere, and they are earning some money. And with that money, they are trying to visit those countries, the language they are learning. So I found that few of my students were already visited India, but they were not able to enjoy their Indian tour, and they were not aware of many other places also. So they requested me that if I can arrange an educational tour for them. Professor Takeshi Fuji, the head of Hindi department at TUFS, also requested me if I can manage to arrange educational tour for my students. And then a new tradition started by that in 2003. The first batch of my students came to India, the first year students only. I make it a point to bring only first year students because they are the learner beginners. And after reaching Delhi or in other places in Rajasthan, Agra, Jaipur, Fatehpur Sikri, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Haridwar, Lucknow, all these places we visited, I found that my students are now more comfortable in speaking the words they learned in the classes, the sentences they learned in the classes. So my theory is this: if you want to learn swimming, you have to go to the swimming pool, to the water or river or somewhere else. So in this way, a new tradition is started in my time in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. I'm happy that I become instrumental for that, that organized educational trips to India. And when they are arriving Delhi, we are meeting many people. We are visiting Delhi University, JNU, and in visiting many important people in India, like Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Speaker of Vidhan Sabha, and they were all happy to find our students there, and our students were happy to meet them. So it kind of a cultural exchange, I can say. This was also related to the Hindi teaching tradition in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. But I can tell you that this tradition is not only with TUFS, but I know that Daito Bunkai University is also having the same tradition, and Professor Ishida and now Professor Sujiki are coming with their students in India. So I don't know about the Osaka, if they have any tradition of educational tours or not, but I know that Tomio Mizukami organized many drama shows in India and other countries also. Very successful shows, more than 100 shows he performed in various parts of India. And this is also a very wonderful tradition of Osaka University of Foreign Studies. In some other universities like Takushoku University, Teji Sakata was there. He's teaching Braj Bhasha and other things. And in your university, Nishioka ji and Hiroko Nagasaki and Koga ji, all these people are teaching Hindi there. And particularly in Osaka, the work of Professor Koga is remarkable. Their dictionary is wonderful. I have not seen any dictionary any other place where he used so many entries of one word. Once I counted the entries of man, the heart, or you can say mind, I found 379 entries in one for one word. And it is a very great job done by Professor Koga. When I was a member of Sahitya Akademi General Council, I proposed to give them the fellowship of Sahitya Akademi. We went to Osaka in 2015 to present the fellowship papers to Professor Koga, but he was not well at that time, so we were not able to meet him even. Another tradition started in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies to organize international conferences. First ever conference was organized in 2006, where many people came from Southeast Asian countries, China, Thailand, Singapore, Cambodia, Indonesia, Osaka, India, and USA. All these scholars came to Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, and we had a very successful conference. With the success of this 2006 conference, we were encouraged. And when the 2008 came, it was the centenary year of starting Hindi teaching program in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. So we plan to organize a Hindi Urdu International Conference in 2008 with the help of Government of India. And it was also a very successful conference we organized there. In this conference, people from many countries participated. And to make a special mention that since in the starting, the language teaching started in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies as Hindustani. So Hindi Urdu was there. So I make it a point to keep the Urdu department also with us. And we organized this international conference, the teaching of Hindi Urdu, the 100-year centenary year of Hindi Urdu teaching in Japan. And interestingly, Pakistan government also sent a 4-member delegation to participate in this conference, apart from a big delegation from Government of India and around the world. And finally, in 2012, when I was preparing my departure, our ambassador Alok Prasad asked us to organize another conference to celebrate the 60th anniversary year of India-Japan diplomatic relations. So we organized the third conference there. We always get cooperation from all universities, Osaka University and other people. All professors were taking part in it. It was a great experience for us in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. I don't know how much time I'm having and whether these informations is anyhow it is important or not, I don't know, but I mentioned all these things to you. Thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Ritparna, for your enlightening lecture. Now we open the floor for questions. If you have a question, please use the raise hand feature in the Zoom, please. Here, Ranjana, どうぞ。
Namaste, Rituparna ji. My question is, एक तो आपने चीज कही थी that it was difficult, you were nervous about teaching in Japan, but ultimately you saw the enthusiasm there.
Yes.
So my question is that because the classroom culture in India and in Japan, both of them are very different. So because Japanese people don't ask questions, Japanese students don't ever ask questions. So we don't understand what they're thinking and whether they've understood or not. So how did you manage that? And my second question, if I may ask right now, is you were talking about the drama culture. So in the dramas, like we Indians use hand gestures a lot, whereas the Japanese don't. So it's very unusual for them, because while we are talking also, we use hand gestures a lot. So I would like to know what your experience about that was.
You have rightly said the tendency or tradition of asking question is not there in Japan, because I think from the childhood they were taught like that you are not going to ask your guru any question. So they are questionless. And it was a great problem also. You rightly said that sometimes it becomes very difficult whether they understood or not. But I took many different kind of measures also. But I'm just telling you one, where I used to bring some pictures or cartoons or some line sketches to my students. I took out photo print of those 50, 70 pages print, and I distributed in the class to everyone. And we discuss those pictures in classrooms. Like I will ask my student one by one, what you are seeing in the picture. So one will say, मैं एक पेड़ देखता हूं. Next will say पेड़ पर चिड़िया है. Next will say a house, a ghar hai. Like this, whatever they learn different things and whatever they are seeing in the picture, they try to narrate it in very, very small sentences. And then I give that paper to them, which is half empty, for their homework also, to write some good stories, what they can write with short, minimum sentences, say 8, 9, 10 sentences. So many interesting stories came out of that. And I just, for example, I'm giving you one story. Once I gave a cartoon of Sudhir Dar, where a person is going in the market, wife is with him, and suddenly he saw there is a advertisement, sari sale. So the gentleman put his hand in front of the eyes of the wife so that she can't see it, and told her, I want to go home. Some early work is there. So this was a scene in the cartoon, and students wrote many interesting stories. One very interesting story came out. The girl said, दिल्ली में नीता और रमेश रहते थे. एक दिन वे शॉपिंग करने के लिए जनपद के बाजार गए. They know Janpath because they came to my educational trip. So they mentioned about particularly Janpath market. And then she said, because वो शॉपिंग करना चाहते थे क्योंकि उनकी शादी की बरसी थी. तो मुझे हंसी आ गई. तो वो लड़की थोड़ी सक आ गई. उसने मुझसे पूछा कि सर क्या मैंने कुछ गलत लिखा है. Then I told her, no, you have not written any wrong thing. For some people, it is like Barsi, not anniversary. Then I asked her, how you find this word Barsi? Then she told me, I was looking for a word for anniversary and I found this word Barsi in the dictionary. So I used it. Then it was a good material for me that whole class. And I told them that whenever you are using dictionary, please be careful about the words, and those words are having different nuances also. Because in India, Varsi is an anniversary for a dead person, not for a living person. So the cultural aspect related to the language teaching is also very important, and I was able to narrate some of these kind of things through those pictures. I'm sorry I took a little more time in explaining your question. So in this way, but you are right, but I'm also little bit, I can say, happy that I was having very friendly relationship with my students. So sometimes they used to ask me, sir, please explain it also. So you are right. They are not keen to ask questions, but sometimes we took out their attitude also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor.
Other questions? Please speak up. James, Professor Jane. Sushma James. 先生、お願いします。
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, speak out, please.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, good afternoon, Ritupan Sensei and Nishioka Sensei. Nishioka Sensei, do you remember coming to JNU, to our department?
Of course. Of course. I remember you.
Thank you
course,
so much
namaste.
for coming. So nice.
On
to
your
see you again.
camera.
Yes. Shall I? Okay.
We want
I
to
thought
see you
maybe
also.
I'll do that.
Okay, namaste.
Namaskar, namaskar. So thank you very much, Ritupan Sensei, for telling us all about Hindi teaching. You reminded me of all my days in Japan. I studied at Gaigodai University when it used to be at Nishisugamo in good old days.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then you talked about DBU, Daito Bunkai University, and Ishida Sensei, an old friend of ours. And I also was associated with Taito Bunkai University as a guest professor once. And this study tour that you are talking about, I initiated that with Ishida Sensei, and the DBU students used to come to JNU. It was very
Yes.
nice, but unfortunately, since COVID time
Yes, yes.
has been, it
Yeah.
was for 2 years, it was not functional, and then once or twice it was online. Of course, I'm retired now, so somebody else is looking at that. So I just wanted to, you talked about cultural differences and concepts difficult to explain to, in Japanese we say ibunka, that's a different culture. So I remember one friend trying to translate, Japanese friend trying to translate Mohan Rakesh, I think in Mohan Rakesh's story,
Mm-hmm.
a sentence called Hai mein wari jawa,
Mm-hmm. Punjabi.
Punjabi. So, but it was in Hindi, Hindi book.
Devanagari. Written in Devanagari.
Not only Devanagari, it was Mohan Rakesh mostly. His works were translated in Hindi, or he wrote in Hindi.
Hindi, yes, he was a Hindi
So
writer only.
I think it was in Hindi, but
Yes, yes.
because the background was Punjab, so. And this person asked me how to translate it, and I was just at loss. I just didn't know how to translate, how to explain it to her. An old woman telling maybe a grandchild or somebody, "Hi, मैं वारी जामा." She asked me to explain, in some way what the emotions and all those work could possibly be, so that she could create her own some equivalent, could find some equivalent in Japanese. So such things are very difficult to explain and teach. And yes, Ranjana, what Ranjana asked has always been there, a big question, why Japanese people don't ask. Maybe they are taught. The respect for Guru is such that you don't question the Guru. So you don't ask questions. Is that so?
You are asking me?
Yes.
Yes, because I inquired for Professor Tanaka ji and Fuji and other people also.
Ji.
And even many times we met Mr. Tanaka, you know him very well. And Ishidaji is with me, and we are sitting with his favorite pub. We are having some sake, and I'm asking too many things. And Ishidaji last told, we don't ask many questions to Sensei. So, but I was so talkative, and always Tanakaji enjoyed those meetings at my place or even in Penn. And we questioned so many things. But in the classroom, I think the discipline is like that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is good or not, particularly in Indian context. Our
Yeah.
whole education depends on question and answer.
Question answer.
Upanishad and everything is question
Yeah.
answer. But in Japan, it is not like
It
that.
is not like that. I remember Tanaka-ji saying that you can only learn Japanese language if you like and develop a taste for Japanese food and sake. If you don't like Japanese food and if you don't drink sake, you cannot learn good Japanese.
Sushma-ji, I want to add one thing, that in translation of any other language book, I think it is not very necessary to translate as it is.
Yes, that is true.
We can find out something nearby. I remember during the translation of Mela Achal, Miki Yukichiri of Osaka was also having that kind of problem, because Panishwanath Redu is not an easy person to translate it. And even I wrote 2 books. I can't say translated, but retold Japanese folk tales in 2 volumes published by NBT. And when I was translating these stories, you remember very popular story Momotaro. So
Yes.
I was in a wilderness how to spell out Momotaro. Then suddenly I decided Taro is good boy or whatever you can say. So, in Hindi, Momo is the Alu.
Yes.
And we used to call our lovable son or daughter or children Chand. Chand se juda hua, Chand, my Chand, Chand. So I put the heading
And-
Alu Chand.
Acha.
And you remember a very funny story, the farting woman. And it is again children to laugh.
Yes.
Very easy and simple story, but there is no reason given in the story why she is so farty. So I put a story and in this also that the husband of that woman was a farmer and he grow peanuts in the field. So one day he bought some peanuts, asked the wife to cook and everything, and it was so tasty. The wife eat too many peanuts, and because of that reaction, he was having that problem. So these are some innovations I did in my story translation, and Tanakaji told me particularly, Dr. Ritupan, these are not the translations at all, but very good. These stories are retold in the context of Hindi with a Hindi medium.
And then there was last question. I mean, would you know how many students are learning Japanese at Gaigo or in Japan, Hindi, learning Hindi?
Every year there is a kind of a rule to admit 20 students.
20 students.
So this is 4-year program. So I can say in one session, in 4 classes,
Yeah, so
usually
about
80 to
82.
85 or 76 students always remain there. Because there is a big competition to get admission in Tokyo University, Tokyo Gaidai. And they are passing through big tests and interview and everything. And a very good number of students are willing to come there. And the reason I found it is not that they are very keen to learn Hindi only, but the reason is that they want to take admission in Tokyo University of Foreign
Tokyo
Studies.
University.
Because in their future, this degree from Tokyo University of Foreign Studies is going to play a big role. So whatever language they are getting, they want to take it. But I personally find all my classes in those 10 years, maximum people came there with the interest. Because in school, they learned about Gautam Buddha, Taj Mahal, Ajanta Ellora, and their teachers were taught something like that. So they were interested to know little further. And after knowing some classes, attending some classes, they become more interested because I used to tell them many things related to those lessons. And that's why this educational trip give them a boost, what they are learning in the class and what they are seeing. They are learning about Taj Mahal, Ajanta Ellora. I took them to there. So they were very happy to see those things which they learn in their early childhood. Thank you.
And at what kind of work or job do they do after learning Hindi? Anything to do with
From
Hindi
last
or-
few years, I'm finding 1 or 2 students in the Embassy of India also here.
I see.
And sometimes they are coming as on a short duty. This time I found one girl became diplomat or 3rd secretary level. He came here,
Yes.
very starting of
Yes, I
her career. But maximum jobs they are finding out in some companies also.
Yes, yes.
Because the Japanese companies are working in India at different levels. Even I can give you one example when my daughter learned in Japanese language in your classes, and then she went to Istumakan University and she took her MBA from there. After coming back, she got a job here in Panasonic. So the job opportunities in India are many for our Indian students if they learn good Japanese. But in Japan, learning Hindi and they are getting job in India may be little bit difficult. But those Japanese companies should take a decision about it. But I heard that Korean companies are taking those students from Korea who knows Hindi very well. Because I came to know through my friends who worked in Korea, in Hong Kong University, they're teaching there. They told me that sometimes they have 1 year in 200 students. And many big companies like Hyundai, Samsung, and General Electrical, these are giving much money to university to prepare those students who can learn Hindi or Indian languages so that they promote their business in India through those people. I'm not 100% sure how it happening there, but I heard about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Rituparna.
Thank you, Professor Sushma Jain. Now, please speak of Professor Narasimhan, Sushila Narasimhan, Professor.
Yes, very interesting presentation, Dr. Rituparna. My question is that although the Hindi language studies began in 1921, but most of the Japanese, being Buddhist, they must have been familiar with Devanagari because Hindi is a descendant of Sanskrit. Sanskrit is descendant of Siddham. Siddham is descendant of Brahmi. So all these scripts, they were already in Japan, prevalent in Japan since early 6th century. So why did the Japanese find it so difficult to learn Hindi? At least spoken Hindi they should have known, because early 20th century, many Indian freedom fighters, many Indian students, they went to Japan, they were interacting with the Japanese. So at least, spoken Japanese must have been there already there.
Hindi. Spoken Hindi you are talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe to some extent you may be right, but let me tell you, in everywhere, a student is or a child is growing in some different kind of atmosphere, and according to that he catch the language. In India, people are living in an atmosphere where people are speaking English. They are very well versed in English, but they don't know Hindi. Even today in India, many places, many big cosmopolitan cities. But in the rural area, we will find people are not good in English, but good in Hindi. So the same way I can say in post Second World War Japan, things were changed. And they were not that much connected with their Buddhist religion. So maybe this is the reason, but my experience is this: they are very keen learner. And they learn the alphabets and their pronunciation, basic pronunciations, very good at the very start within 1 month through their Japanese teachers. Then they coming to me, and my work is to increase the capacity of their good pronunciations, to make simple sentences, 2-word sentences, 3, 4, like that, to start with, like na and la, null. Ha, la, hal. Na, ha, ra, nahar. Sha, ha, da, shahad. And small words, and then a drill of pronunciations. So they become very proficient within 3 months. It is
Thank
my
you.
experience.
Thank you.
May
Okay.
I show you some pictures, as I mentioned, Ms. Sushila ji?
Yes, please. But I think Dr. Jain has raised his hand. You can take Dr. Jain's question and then show.
Okay, please, go ahead.
Please let him speak. Dr. Jain, please ask him question.
Thank you, sir. Your English is very good, I must say.
So kind of you, I am very happy.
Thanks for accepting our request to speak in English.
Yes.
I have 3 observations.
Okay.
One is that compare the scenario, I am comparing that scenario of Hindi teaching to scenario of Japanese teaching in India.
Oh.
Now, in India, there is a very popular thing called Japanese language speech contest.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything similar in Japan? Hindi speaking speech contest or something?
Okay, speech.
Number 2.
Next.
May I just complete the 3 points? The second point is that, again, in India, there is a very vibrant Japanese language teachers association.
Yes.
So maybe there is a Hindi Language Teachers Association in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The
Next.
third question is there any campus recruitment? That means the companies coming to the campus to pick up Hindi learners?
Okay. So these three questions
Yes.
are from your side. Or anything you want to add again?
No, I just wish that our Japanese language teachers also listen to your lecture. There are so many good things they could have picked up from your language.
Okay, sir. Now let me tell you regarding the speech contest.
Yeah.
This speech contest started in Daito Bunka University by Professor Ishidaji some times back. And normally I found that speech contest, they select some sort of a subject or something. And I think students are writing primarily, and then Professor Ishidaji was correcting it. And those students who took part in these speech contested, they were given an opportunity to present their speech in the Embassy of India program like Vishwa Hindi Divas or something like that. But in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, when I was there up to till 2012, no competition was this kind organized. But in my class, I was having a kind of a mannerism to make them a speech, not long speech, but a small subject. Like I used to take some sort of a episode like this. Okay, today our topic is picnic. We are going on a picnic. And one by one, I ask everybody how you will prepare yourself for picnic. Just tell me. Then students will come up and they will say, हम पिकनिक पर जाएंगे, हम टोक्यो टावर जाएंगे, हम यहाँ जाएंगे. इस तरह से हम उनको स्पीच कॉन्टेस्ट इसको नहीं कहेंगे क्योंकि ये लोगों के सामने नहीं है, लेकिन क्लास में हम एक्सटेम्पोर तरीके से उनको हम ये सब्जेक्ट देते थे कि आप बोलिए. तो ये तो मेरे यहाँ की ट्रेडिशन थी, और लोगों के बारे में मैं नहीं जानता, लेकिन दायित्व बुनका यूनिवर्सिटी में स्पीच कॉन्टेस्ट शुरू हुआ था. दिस इज द आंसर फॉर योर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज टीचर एसोसिएशन. Unfortunately, up to my information till date, no teachers association like that is exist in Tokyo University Foreign Studies, or Nishioka will tell if it is there in Osaka also, because the number is not big. If you want to make an association, you need at least 10-12 people. But nowadays, I'm finding very less number of Hindi teachers, and I am afraid that soon you won't find good Hindi students from Japanese, these popular universities. Because after Ishida, there was the teacher, only Suzuki is there, Indra Bhatt is going, but they are less talking in Hindi, English, Hindi, but more they are talking in Japanese. So this is the second answer for the question, that there is no Japanese association according to my information. And third is campus recruitment for Hindi people. No, only for Hindi purpose, no recruitment. Because interestingly, I asked one of my students, when in the fourth year, they used to come with the black coat and ties, or why you are in this dress? So they told us they are going for interviews for the job. Job hunting is going on, and they are not attending many classes. So I asked Professor Fuji, if they will not attend classes, how they will go for the exams, and what I will do with the attendance. So he told me, Dr. Rituparna, they will cover up, but they have to go to interviews also. That is also very important for them. So one day I asked one question to my student, that what kind of a job you are looking after getting Hindi language. So his answer is like that, sir, the most important thing is our alma mater. Tokyo University of Foreign Studies is the first thing which every recruiter will ask about. One thing. Second thing, not only Hindi, we are also learning few other subjects. So in 4 years, we are studying Hindi as a language, as a subject, but we are also learning economics, political science, or other subjects also. So we are not the student of only Hindi, like in India, we honors Hindi or MA Hindi. We have different skills also. Third thing he told me very interesting, that our university is interesting in seeing that what kind of a personality you have after coming out from Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. If it is good, they will recruit us, and then they start our training. And in the beginning of the training, they tell us, whatever you have learned till date, forget about it. Now we want to teach you what we want from you. So our new teaching, new training will start, and whole our life we used to do that kind of work. Hindi is not there. So Hindi is a language of our interest. One. Second, to take admission in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. Third, after passing out from Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, in job market, our rank is very good, like your students from JNU, our students from Delhi University or Hindu College, one of the best college in India now. So they are getting good jobs. So this is the scenario with particularly Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. Other universities I'm not aware of much. So these are answer of 3. No speech contest, no teaching association, and students are recruited like that.
Thank you so much. You have really give us a lot of ideas to compare Japanese teaching in India to Hindi teaching in Japan. It's a fascinating, we can have a get together on this, and that will be very good for the teachers. Thank you so much.
Yes, I want to just show you a few pictures. I mentioned about the food preparation in the festival and the drama. I have few photographs. Just within, I think, 10-15 seconds, you will be able to see. You see this picture. It is the poster of the food shop where Ganesh is there with a chammach in their hand, a spoon. This is the poster of one restaurant run by students. And this is the picture, how they are preparing food. All students, Hindi students, preparing curry and everything.
ये आपके घर में है क्या?
हाँ?
आपके घर की तस्वीर है?
नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर.
अच्छा.
कैंपस के अंदर वो टेंट लगता था इनका.
Okay.
26 tents at the same time. All language, all countries stalls are there. If you are going to visit a Pakistani stall, they will give you kebab. If you are going to visit Hindustani, Hindi language students dhaba, they will give you samosa, kingfisher, beer, and masala chai. Regarding drama, you can understand. Very famous story. Woodcutter, लकड़हारे की कहानी. So all students, Hindi student, it is a Hindi drama. I translated many folk tales in drama so that they can perform in their festival. Same drama. Kaguya Hime. And this is a scene from Urashima Taro. And interestingly, when they are going to act in Hiroshima Taro, Urashima Taro, my students told me, sir, we want to do it in an Indian situation. So they asked me, the girl, the princess, told me that she would like to wear lehenga. The boy told me, I want to wear sherwani. So the whole drama, the Japanese folktale drama, changed into an Indian drama. And the situation, dresses, songs, marriage songs, all were made Indians. And there is a marriage also I performed in this drama, and they put the Varmala also. So people were very happy to see this new change in the story. And there is a very interesting phenomenon in all these 10 years I saw. After the drama, they release all their tension of rehearsals and everything. After a successful performance, they used to dance on a Bollywood song. And you can see one picture of that dance. Very popular, and they practice for many, many days for this kind of dance. And after finishing the drama, the tension is gone, all dialogues were okay, everything's okay. Then they start dancing on the stage very nicely. Fantastic.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Rituparna. Now, may I request Dr. Nishioka to give her closing remarks, and then we'll wrap up.
Hey, thank you all for your participation, even though the time was exceeded. Professor Rituparna's lecture has provided us with valuable insights into the tradition of Hindi teaching in Japan. His experiences and observations highlight the importance of cultural and academic exchanges in fostering mutual understanding and respect between our countries. To sum up, the tradition of Hindi teaching in Japan is a testament to the enduring bond between India and Japan. Through such efforts, we continue to build bridges and deepen our connections. Thank you once again, Professor Rituparna, for your contribution today. Thank you to everyone who joined us. We look forward to seeing you at next lecture.
What I can say, arigato.
ありがとうございます。बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। बहुत मजेदार था।
Thank you so much,
Thank
really,
you.
for a very,
Thank
very
you.
interesting and informative presentation, Dr. Rituparna. And we shall really appreciate if you would submit your paper so that we can upload it on Kizuna website. And you can also put those pictures which you showed us as part of your paper.
I can send you the pictures, scan it, and I will send it to you after
Yes.
some time. But
Yes.
I have not written any paper.
No, but now you can write. You can.
This
if
is
you want, we
something
can-
very difficult for me now to write on this whole things, but I will try my best.
Okay,
Maybe a little
okay.
bit different. I have one article, my experience teaching Hindi in Japan, and
Okay.
it is a little long essay. If you want, I can send it to you. You can cut it,
No,
and
but
you.
I would like you to, when you write the paper, I mean, you can also answer, because there were so many interventions. So maybe, you can put all those questions and then give explanations for that also.
May I add,
Yes.
Dr. Rituparna, that we will give you a transcript of whatever you have said.
Oh,
It's
you have the
easy
transcript?
to convert it into a written form. Then you can edit it.
Wonderful. If you can give
Whatever
it
you
to
have
me like that,
spoken,
my
word by
voice.
word, we'll
Yeah.
get it typed and send it to
Yes.
you. That will,
Wonderful for me.
Yeah.
Dr. Jain, really, I'm overworked nowadays. Being the director of KK Birla Foundation, I have to just declare the Saraswati Samman of 50 lakhs rupees. And I have so many other things to do. And I'm traveling 2, 3, 4, 5 April to Chandigarh. After coming back, I have to travel to Bangalore and other places. So I'm not finding time to write. My own writing
you
is
don't have to write.
back.
You just have to
So if you
correct
give me
the
this
manuscript.
transcript, it is wonderful for me.
Yes.
Wonderful for me.
There is no hurry. I mean, you can take your time, and once you have the transcript, I think
Okay. Yeah.
you
Send
only
the
need to edit
transcript.
it. Yes.
I will do it. It's loving thing for me.
Thank you so much.
I will
Thank
give
you.
it to you.
It was
Thank you very
really
much for everyone giving me this opportunity. Wonderful. And I got little bit confidence also after hearing from Ashok Jain ji that I can speak little bit in English also.
No, you can speak very good English. Okay.
Thank you.
It was really wonderful having Vicky Sang after such a long time. I'm seeing her almost 1 year. She played her role as the chair very well, and her views were also very insightful. I also thank all the other participants. We have people from Japan, we have people from America, and so many other countries. So I thank all of them for their interest in Kizuna activities. Hope to see you again. And one thing, all the lectures are available on YouTube.
Okay.
That is Kizuna India-Japan Forum and the MOSAI website.
Okay.
Our next lecture is scheduled for 26th April by Mr. Arun Shyam. He will be speaking on Indian educators at the 1937 Tokyo Conference,
Okay.
a forgotten chapter in India-Japan relations. Same time, same Zoom platform. So
Thank you
please
very much.
write.
Mr. Jagjeet Singh joined very late.
No, sir, I was.
No, he was there.
Oh.
I was.
Yes, he switched on his camera just now.
Okay,
Just
okay.
now.
Yes, he
Anyhow,
was.
nice to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you
Right,
so much.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Right.